Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I am Sonali Devari and in this video we are going to learn about audio-visual aids in teaching life science. So before starting our topic, let's see what are the contents. Introduction, audio-visual aids used in life science, importance of audio-visual aids, and at last conclusion. Introduction. Education is necessary for everyone. Education is very important. Without education, no can lead a good life. Teaching and learning are the important elements in education. The teacher uses different methods and materials to teach their students and their effective learning. With the passage of time, different methods and techniques are entered in the field of education and teachers use different kinds of aids to make teaching effective. Teaching aids arouse the interest of learners and help the teacher to explain the concepts easily. Undoubtedly, audiovisual aids, those instructional aids which are used in the classroom to encourage teaching learning process. Singh defines audiovisual aids as any device which by sight and sound increase the individual's experience beyond that acquired through read described as an audiovisual aids. Rather, in 2004, described audiovisual aids as audiovisual aids are those instructional devices which are used in the classroom to encourage learning and make it easier and interesting. The materials like chart, map, models, film strip, projectors, radio, television, etc. are called instructional aids. Audiovisual aids are effective tool that invents the past with an air of reality. Audiovisual aids provide the learners with realistic experience which capture their attention and help in the understanding of historical phenomena. They appeal to the mind through the visual auditory senses. There is a famous Chinese proverb, one seen is worth a hundred's word. It is fact that we receive knowledge through our sense. There is another proverb that if we hear, we forget, if we see, we remember, and if we do something, we know it. So it means that use of audiovisual aids make teaching learning process more effective. Education is filled with countless opportunities to enrich the academic lives of students. While some concepts and educational objectives will be easy for students to grasp, others will require you to think creatively to ensure that important learning objectives are made. Using audiovisual aids in teaching is one way to enhance lesson plan and give students additional ways to process subject information. Audiovisual aids are devices present unit of knowledge through auditory or visual stimuli, both with a view to help learning. They concretize the knowledge to be presented and help in making learning experience appeal, real, living and vital. They supplement the work of the teacher and help in the study of the textbooks. The great educationist Comenius has well said, foundation of all learning consists in representing clearly to the senses and sensible objects so they can be appreciated easily. Audio-visual aids used in teaching life science. We all know that this aids involves the use of sense of hearing and seeing. They provide better impact in teaching learning process when compared to audio or visual aids individually. They provide variety to teachers and students and stimulate the student to learning in a way that teacher at times cannot. In short span of 30 minutes of film documentary, the student may learn more about a lesson like history of science than he would in 3 hours of reading or similar hours of oral lecture. Further, the student may remember it for longer time. The audiovisual aids expand the reach of the ordinary classroom. It exposes the student to places which are either inaccessible or too dangerous for the ordinary man to visit. Some of the audiovisual aids which can be effectively used in teaching science are television. Television is an effective and audiovisual aids in teaching of life science. The importance of television in the communication of information, ideas, skills, and attitudes cannot be undermined. Programs on science education are one being telecasted or relayed on the different channels throughout satellite television. These are not only proving interesting but also beneficial from the point of view of science education. Television channels are competing to produce best educative program on health, natural phenomena, wildlife, life in extreme climates, medicine, human psychology, environment, agriculture, yoga, fitness, exercise, food habits, etc. Beside the slotted presentation by few channels, some channels like National Geography Channel and Discovery Channel are dedicated to science education program. With the development in satellite communication, taking advantages of this program is also very easy. Television has now been a necessity of every house and access to this program is quite easy. One only has to be careful about the tuning and schedule of this program for getting advantage of this vast source of information and education. Now let's see some major educational values of television. It can heighten the interest in the topic. This is achieved through the zoom shots, magnification, and split screen as the students get a view of whatever is being demonstrated or shown on the television. Television is a greater equalizer of educational opportunity. A good television program can bring the world of reality to the classroom. It gives the student access to excellence. One can see and hear the gifted artist, the great scientist in the television. The science program on television provide rich contents to the students and excellent instructional practices to the classroom teacher. Communication using the television can be effective because it can transmit a wide range of audiovisual materials like films, objectives, picture, etc. Television has significant educational values, but the possible limitation of television as teaching aids are it may pose administrative problems in some schools. The students do not have a personal contact with the presenter or with the teacher. Students cannot pace their learning as the television moves ahead at a constant speed. It could lead to a class of passive students. In order to drive maximum benefits from the audiovisual aids for the good of the pupils, emphasis will have to be placed on well-conceived instructional program and provision made for the teachers to understand the new technology and its relation and role in the education. So the next type of audiovisual aids used in teaching life science is educational films or cinema. It is proof that motion pictures are more educative than the still pictures projected through sliders or film strip. This more effective way by utilizing both auditory and visual senses. The films of varying scientific interest on different themes and topics are now proving a valuable aid in teaching of life science. The impact and advantages of the display of these films as an educational aid. The educational aids are available on wildfire, marine fire, human psychology, health education, etc. The films on general interest, scientific invention, biographies, and life events of the scientists are also available for deriving useful educational advantages. Consideration of length, content, and overall quality will figure in the selection of any film for teaching a particular subject or topic. So, the various type of films which can be used as an educational aids are newsreel, which gives details of current events, school-made films depicting the activities of the school, science club, science fair, etc. Process films, review films, or films on general information. The use of audiovisual aids in teaching has increased in the past few years due to technological advancement. Technology blessed the teachers, administrators, and student community with multimedia presentation which increase interest in the classrooms. According to studies, when teachers use learning aids, students show interest and get more stimulated. So now let's see what are the importance of using audiovisual aids in teaching and learning process. First, the study in changing living bodies. For example, seed germination, development of plants and animal. For this purpose, film, projectors, charts, models, etc. can be used to show the interior of things, human body, internal structure of animals, and can be studied with the help of photographs, films, models, etc. To present historical material, photographic records of important events, peoples, and places can be used for this purpose. To present information about inaccessible places, it is often impossible to visit some places, so we can use photographs, films, and TV programs as an effective aids to give information to the pupils. To summarize a series of observation to summarize a series of observation after a field trip, a suitable film represents a quick summary of things observed. To prevent information about microscopic material. To prevent information about microscopic material, we can use charts, models, transparencies, and project slides are useful for presenting information about microscopic materials such as microorganisms. So at last conclusion, the instructional devices through which the message can only be heard are known as audio aids. The instructional devices which help to visualize the message are known as visual aids. The instructional devices through which message can be heard and seen simultaneously are known as audiovisual aids. The teaching objective, nature of subject matter, nature of audience, relative cost of the various aids, and availability are important influencing factors in selection of audiovisual aids. So that's all in this topic. Thank you.